What if I told you? The same men who built rockets for Adolf Hitler also built the rockets that carried Americans to the moon. It sounds impossible, but it's true. This is the dark, hidden story of Operation Paperclip, a secret U.S. program that turned Nazi scientists into American heroes. The year is 1945. Hitler's Reich has collapsed. Europe lies in ruins. The Allies celebrate victory. But in the shadows, another war has already begun. The Cold War. America and the Soviet Union aren't just fighting for territory. They're fighting for the future, for technology, for power, for space itself. And in this race, the most valuable prize isn't gold or oil. It's brains. The brilliant minds who built Germany's terrifying weapons of war. During the war, Nazi Germany developed weapons that shocked the world. The V-2 rocket, the first long-range ballistic missile in history, rained down on London, killing thousands. It was a weapon so advanced that no other country had anything like it. Behind it was a team of German scientists and engineers led by one man, Wernher von Braun. Von Braun was more than a genius. He was an SS officer, a member of Hitler's elite. His team used slave labor from concentration camps to build rockets. Prisoners were starved, beaten, and worked to death inside underground factories. Thousands died producing weapons of terror. And yet, as the war ended, von Braun and his men didn't face execution or prison. Instead, they were hunted, not as criminals, but as prizes. The U.S. military launched a secret program called Operation Paperclip. Its mission was simple: find the best Nazi scientists and bring them to America. Officially, America opposed Nazism. Unofficially, it wanted their brains before the Soviets could get them. More than 1,600 German scientists, engineers, and doctors were smuggled into the United States. Their Nazi records hidden. Their war crimes erased. The truth was scrubbed clean with a paperclip on a file. That's how the program got its name. Among them was Wernher von Braun. The same man who built rockets for Hitler now wore a suit and tie in Washington. He was given a new life, a new title, and a new mission: build rockets for the United States. At first, von Braun worked for the U.S. Army, designing missiles during the early Cold War. But soon, his work shifted to something bigger. In 1957, the Soviets launched Sputnik, the first satellite in space. America panicked. Suddenly, the U.S. needed to catch up. That's when von Braun became America's most valuable asset. In 1958, NASA was created, and von Braun became the head of its rocket program. The man who once served Hitler was now leading America's charge into space. His crowning achievement? The Saturn V rocket, the massive machine that carried astronauts to the moon in 1969. When Neil Armstrong stepped onto the lunar surface and said, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," the rocket beneath him was the work of a former Nazi officer. But there's a darker truth. Operation Paperclip wasn't just about rockets. Nazi doctors who experimented on prisoners were also brought to America. Some went to work on chemical weapons, biological research, even mind control experiments for the CIA. The U.S. government justified it as necessary. Better to use Nazi knowledge than let it fall into Soviet hands. But at what cost? Justice was sacrificed. Morality was erased. War criminals were rewarded with jobs, homes, and honors. Von Braun himself was celebrated as a hero. He appeared on Disney programs to promote space travel. He was given awards, praised as a visionary. Rarely did anyone mention the slave labor, the deaths, the Nazi uniform he once wore. America had rewritten his story. Operation Paperclip helped America win the space race. Without it, the U.S. might never have landed on the moon. But the cost was steep. The nation compromised its values, turning a blind eye to atrocity in the name of victory. Today, Wernher von Braun is remembered as the father of rocket science. His name is etched in history books, schools, even museums. Yet the shadows of his past remain. From Hitler's rockets to NASA's Saturn V, the truth is clear. America's leap into space was fueled by a bargain with the devil.